Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. And this is a game where the defenses, they need to be on their toes because you've got quarterbacks here, yes, that can throw the football, but they can also run it very well too.
Mobile quarterbacks. Remember, for the longest time, they used to tell the quarterbacks, stay in the pocket. We don't want you outside of it at all. Nowadays, that mobility, truly an asset, and people are game planning for it. As a scout told me recently, we are actually working with what the colleges are giving us nowadays.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Now it's Jackson. This will be caught by Randy Moss. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Randy Moss, 71 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms, because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, it's Cook, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 3rd down, Jackson. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Here we go on 4th down with Jackson, escaping the pressure right. He may try. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Nick Bosa showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Jackson now. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest, you can draft the most athletic guys, but if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Airing it out for Olsen. into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Chicago! Saquon Barkley, 70 yards. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
This fielded at the 2. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early. Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
We got 3. We got 3, brother. We got 3.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Go, go, go. Hey, watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety creep.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Flushed out right. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Sean Lee, the Pro Bowler, there for the tackle.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 42-yard line.
2nd and 5 now. Jackson, they'll set up the screen to Barkley. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. A first down carry for Barkley. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The linebacker, Ryan Shazier, there to make the tackle. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Throwing on 2nd down. Jackson. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. It's going the other way. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Now a give running right. It's Cook. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That one a first down pickup of 8. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. Quick strip. The ball's out. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Throwing is Jackson, being chased out left. Now he's going to go deep down the left. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big pickup of 38. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Saquon Barkley running right. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
From the 29, Jackson eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it and avoids the contact by sliding. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down. On 1st down, Barkley. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears 1st down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Jackson, option right. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. 2 minutes to play, 1st half. It's 14-0. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Jackson steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. 5 yards that time out of the scramble, but now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a 1st down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
They'll take over. 1st down and 10.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 41, Jackson. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Jackson will throw again. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators.
And he loses the football the 2nd time.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. To throw is Jackson. Flush to his right. He can run, and this results in 6. Touchdown! A 10-yard touchdown run as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now we're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 34. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Throw left side complete. That's Holt. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. From the gun, Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And that is incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Jackson rolling to his right. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Nick Bosa, his 2nd sack of the night.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson, escaping the pressure right. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And too tall Jones. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. They'll run on 1st down. Barkley, and for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Jackson. Forced out to his left. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, while we have a quick second here, I want to give a shout-out to 3 teams who have struggled mightily this year, who all got wins in Week 12. The Dolphins, the Redskins, and for their first win of the season, the Bengals.
How about you? I love your empathy, right? You hate to see teams struggle like this. Hate to see teams that are down. And when they get wins, you come with a little bounce, don't you? You got a little extra spring in your step. Those Bengals, and they beat the Jets, who at the time were hot, right? They won 3 in a row. How about Washington? That win over Carolina. And then, of course, the Dolphins. No one really saw that coming. Their win over Philadelphia, even though it was at home. Could those wins for those teams be the death knell for the teams that lost? The Jets, we're not going to talk about them anymore. Carolina, they still thought maybe a late run could put them in the playoff race in the NFC South. And then how about Philadelphia? But they're not out of it.
No.
They still control their destiny. If they win out, they go 9-7 and win the NFC East.
Yeah, because they're just one game back of 6-6 Dallas. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. And now a pass dumped off to his running back. Still staying on his feet. And touchdown! Dalvin Cook. 48 yards as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Jackson to throw. Dancing to his left. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards, the final tally. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. To throw again on second down. Jackson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. On second and 11 now. Jackson moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Now it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now Jackson To throw again. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
The throw over the middle, taken in. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to keep it here. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd down now, Blunt. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 1st down in field goal range already. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
They'll run for it with Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Here is Cook on 3rd and goal. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Now, we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got the 2-minute warning.
Now a hit and a loose football. And some space here. Travis Kelce. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. First down, here's the run with Cook. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. And right now it all rests on the right foot of Aldrick Rosas. And his kick is indeed good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, You're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.